You ever notice how the second you open your mouth about something good happening in your life, suddenly everything goes to crap? Like you finally decide to hit the gym, post one mirror selfie, and 2 days later, you're face deep in pizza, wondering where your motivation went. Or you talk about this big plan you're working on, and then 2 months later, you're still planning, no execution, just vibes and a fantasy in your head. Why? Because you couldn't shut up. Yeah, I said it. Silence is your secret weapon. Today we're diving into why moving in silence isn't just a cool quote for Instagram. It's the straight-up life hack that'll get you more success, more peace, and more power than running your mouth ever will. This isn't about being fake or hiding. It's about protecting your energy from dream killers, distractions, and those low-key jealous folks praying you fumble. People can't jinx what they don't know. Let that sink in. Oh, by the way, I always feature my favorite comment from the last video at the end, so stick around to see if it's yours. In this video, I'm breaking down why silence makes you dangerous, how talking too much is killing your momentum, why oversharing your goals is secretly a form of self-sabotage, the psychological and spiritual power of moving in silence, and how keeping your mouth shut will have people thinking you're mysterious, focused, and maybe even a little terrifying, and I mean that in the best way possible. Let's go. Number 1. Talking kills momentum. First of all, you're not a motivational speaker. Stop announcing every single move like you're doing a TED Talk nobody asked for. I'm starting this new business. I'm going to start waking up at 5 a.m. I'm finally cutting off toxic people. Cool, now shut up and do it. See, your brain doesn't know the difference between doing and talking. When you run your mouth about your plans, your brain gets a little hit of dopamine. You feel productive, proud, like you already made it, but you didn't. You're just standing still with a gold medal in your imagination. That's called premature celebration, and it's killing your hustle. Talking about your goals makes you feel like you're making progress, but you're not. You're just tricking your brain into thinking you're halfway there, when in reality, you haven't even left the driveway. You want to know why silent people win? Because while everyone else is busy announcing, they're busy building. Number 2, energy leaks and dream killers. Let me tell you something real. People don't always want you to win. It's not always on purpose. But the second you tell someone your dream, it becomes a target for doubt, criticism, and unsolicited trash advice from people who haven't done jack with their lives. You're telling your goals to people who can't even stick to a Netflix show without quitting halfway. Why? Keep that dream in your pocket. Let it marinate. Build it in the dark. Because every time you tell someone, you're opening the door to their judgment, their projections, and their limiting beliefs. Oh, that's risky. Do you really think you can pull that off? Are you sure that's the smart thing to do? Now you're second-guessing yourself, all because you wanted a little validation. Nah, you don't need their approval. You need discipline. Number 3. Mystery is powerful. Here's what people don't understand. Mystery is magnetic, not in some fake, manipulative, or mysterious way, but in a real, raw, dangerous kind of way. When you move in silence, people start to wonder. They don't know what you're up to. They can't figure you out. You stop being predictable, and you start being powerful. You don't owe the world an update every 5 minutes. You're not an app. You're a weapon in the making. Let them be confused. Let them underestimate you. Let them laugh now, so they can be shocked later. Number 4, it's not about hiding, it's about protecting. I already know what some of you are thinking, but isn't it bad to hide things? Shouldn't I be open and honest? Shut up. This isn't about lying. This isn't about being fake. This is about self-preservation. You're not hiding your goals because you're scared. You're keeping them quiet because you're smart. You're focused. And focus looks boring to people who don't get it. Listen, when you plant a seed, you don't go digging it up every 5 minutes to show people how it's doing. You water it, you protect it, you give it time. Same thing with your goals. Build in silence, grow in peace, and when it's time for results, let them speak so loud you don't have to. Number 5, the mindset shift from talker to doer. Here's the cold truth. Talking is easy, but doing is hard. It's easier to tell everyone you're going to be successful than to wake up every day and actually grind like your life depends on it. So here's your mindset shift. Every time you feel the urge to talk, do instead. Want to brag about your progress? Do more, be more, win more. Let your silence be louder. Let your consistency be your mic drop. You don't need to be loud to be heard. You just need to be effective. Let's quickly talk about how to stop oversharing without being awkward or cold, how to handle people who keep asking questions, what to say instead when people ask about your plans, and how this quiet mindset turns you into someone unshakable, unfazed, and untouchable in any area of life. 1. How to stop oversharing without being awkward or cold. Let's start with the truth. Most people talk too damn much. They spill their goals, routines, and struggles to anyone with a pair of ears. Why? Because they're looking for validation. They want applause before the work is even done. Cut that out. You don't have to go mute. You just have to respond with intention. If someone asks how you're doing, you don't have to unpack your whole life. A simple, "I'm working on a few things" is more than enough. It says I'm building without handing them the blueprint. It's not about being cold. It's about being in control. Your life isn't a podcast episode. Learn to enjoy your progress privately and then speak after you've done the damage. 2. How to handle people who keep asking questions. Some people don't take the hint. They're nosy, they're pushy, they want details they didn't earn. Here's what you do. Hit them with vague confidence. They ask, "What are you working on these days?" Say, "Oh, just tightening a few things up. I'll talk more when it's done." They push again, smile and say, "You'll see soon enough." That's it. No drama, no lies, no oversharing. You don't owe an explanation for your silence. You're not being rude, you're being focused. And people eventually stop asking when they realize you're not a leaky faucet of gossip and goals. 3. What to say instead when people ask about your plans. You don't have to fake being busy or act mysterious like a 2012 Tumblr. Quote, "Here's your power phrase. Right now, I'm just grinding and staying consistent." That line, gold. It tells people you're working without giving them anything they can judge, steal, mock, or sabotage. It shuts down questions without shutting down you. And if you do want to share something, do it with receipts after it's done. Because nothing slaps harder than quiet work, followed by loud results. 4. How this mindset makes you unshakable. Once you master silence, something strange happens. You become unbothered. People's opinions, irrelevant. Their gossip doesn't reach you. Their energy doesn't mess with yours. Because while they're running their mouths, you're running your game plan. You're not reactive, you're intentional. You move when it's time, not when you're pressured. You stop trying to prove yourself. You start trusting yourself. And that's when you become dangerous. Not because you're loud, but because your silence means something. Still watching and not subscribed? You like free game, but hate commitment. Fix that. Hit subscribe. Today's comment of the day goes to Cosmic Cutie, who said, "You're like an older brother laughing my ass off. Like, I can tell we all hate that we love you." So basically annoying, loud, and always in your business? Sounds about right. Yeah, I bully you just enough to build character. You're welcome. Now, go clean your room.